Welcome to Statistics Made Simple. I'm Savita Valsang. Solutions to problems based on a normal distribution will be divided into 4 parts. So let's start with part 1. When we work out the 5 markers based on the normal distribution, there are some important points which we have to remember. The first one is whenever the problem based on the normal distribution is in terms of capital X. So X will be a normal variate. We have to first convert the problem to terms of Z. Now what is Z? Z stands for the standard normal variate, and when we convert X to Z, this process is called as standardizing, and it is done using the transformation, that is capital Z equal to X minus mu divided by sigma, which follows normal 0, 1. So all of you know that capital Z is called as the standard normal variate. So remember this point, this is really very important, that whenever the problem is given in terms of capital X, you have to convert it into Z, that is the standard normal variate, and this process is called as standardizing. So from capital X, you have to subtract mu and divide by sigma. Now there are few other points which you also have to remember, that is in the statistical tables, the area under the normal curve is available only from Z or minus Z to infinity. This is a very important point. And also the area from the center line to infinity is 0.5, and the area from the center line to minus infinity will be 0.5. This is because of the property which we have learned under the normal distribution, that the total area under the normal curve, that means from minus infinity to infinity, is 1. So let's start with problem 1. This problem has 6 subdivisions, and if you practice all these 6 subdivisions and understand the concept thoroughly, then all the remaining problems are very similar to this. So this particular problem covers all the different types of probabilities which can be asked. So problem 1. X is a normal variate with mean 42 and standard deviation 4. Find the probability that a value taken by X is. There are 6 subdivisions. The first subdivision is less than 50, second subdivision greater than 50, third subdivision less than 40, fourth one is greater than 40, fifth between 40 and 44, and the sixth is between 37 and 41. So let's start the solution. First write given. Remember that the normal distribution has 2 parameters, that is mu and sigma, or it is mu and sigma square. So mu is denoted by, or it is the mean, and you know that the standard deviation is denoted by sigma. So write given mu is equal to 42 and sigma is equal to 4. Now because the problem is given in terms of X, we have to do what is called as standardizing, and for that we make use of the standard normal variate formula. So in the next step you write, we know that Z is equal to X minus mu divided by sigma, which follows normal 0, 1. So let's start with first subdivision. So subdivision A, what is the question asked? Find the probability that a value taken by X is less than 50. So write consider, then probability means write capital P, a value taken by X. So within square brackets you have capital X is less than 50. Now what should you do? From X you should subtract mu and divide by sigma, and even from 50 you should subtract mu and divide by sigma. This whole process is called as standardizing. Okay, because the problem is given in terms of X, we have to convert it into Z. So the next step you will get is probability of, you know that X minus mu by sigma is nothing but Z. So write Z is less than 50 minus mu is 42 in the problem and sigma is 4. So you will get probability of z less than 50 minus 42 divided by 4, and if you simplify this, it will be equal to probability of z less than 2. So the problem which was in terms of x, we have converted into z, and we have got this step as probability of z less than 2. In the previous slide, the last step was probability of z less than 2. So now let's draw the standard normal curve. You know that the extremities are minus infinity and infinity, and the center line is z equal to 0. Now 2 is a positive value, so mark it on the right tail of the curve. And less than 2. Less than 2 means what? Whenever it is less than, you have to shade to the left side of the value 2. So we have shaded from 2 to minus infinity. So whatever area you have shaded, that is in purple color, that you write in words now. So this step will be equal to area from 2 to minus infinity. Now, can we find out the area from 2 to minus infinity from the table? No, we cannot, because we can find out only from z or minus z to infinity. So now you have to rewrite this step. That is, because the normal distribution is symmetric, area from 2 to minus infinity will be equal to what? It will be the same as the area from minus 2 to infinity. And if you search the value in the tables, you will get the answer as probability of x less than 50 is 0.9772. So here I am using the probabilities directly from the table. In case you have any doubts, please refer to my previous video where I have explained how to use the tables to find the probabilities. Now let's move on to the second subdivision. The second subdivision, you should find the probability that a value taken by x is greater than 50. So start with subdivision B. Consider probability of capital X greater than 50. Now again you have to standardize. Standardize means what? From x and from 50 subtract mu and divide by sigma. So you'll get this step as probability of x minus mu by sigma is greater than 50 minus mu by sigma. Now you know that mu is 42 and sigma is 4, and x minus mu by sigma is z. So you will get equal to probability of z greater than 50 minus 42 divided by 4, and on simplification now it is probability of z greater than 2. How do we find out probability of z greater than 2? You have to draw the standard normal curve. The center line is z equal to 0. The extremities are minus infinity and infinity. Now 2 is a positive value, so mark it on the right tail of the curve. Now greater than 2 means what? You have to shade to the right side of the value 2. That means you have to shade from 2 to infinity like I have done in green color. So now whatever area you have shaded, that you have to write in words, which is nothing but area from 2 to infinity. So area from 2 to infinity we can find out directly from the table, and so you will get probability of x greater than 50 is 0.0228. Subdivision C, we should find probability that x is less than 40. So start with consider probability of capital X is less than 40. Now do the standardizing part, that is from x and 40 subtract mu and sigma. So you'll get probability of x minus mu by sigma is less than 40 minus mu by sigma. And x minus mu by sigma is z. Mu is 42 and sigma is 4. So you'll get the next step as probability of z less than 40 minus 42 divided by 4, which simplifies to probability of z less than minus 0.5. Now let's find out probability of z less than minus 0.5. For that, first draw the standard normal curve, the center line as z equal to 0, the extremities as minus infinity and infinity. Now minus 0.5 is a negative value, so mark it on the left tail of the curve. And less than minus 0.5 means you have to shade to the left side of minus 0.5. So shade from minus 0.5 to minus infinity. And whatever area you have shaded now in orange color, that you write it in words as area from minus 0.5 to minus infinity. Now this area we cannot find out directly from the table. So because the normal distribution is symmetric, it will be same as the area from 0.5 to infinity. And when you search for 0.5 in the tables, you will get the probability as 0.3085. Or in other words, probability of x less than 40 is 0.3085. Fourth subdivision, we should find the probability that x is greater than 40. So subdivision D, consider probability of capital X greater than 40. Now standardize, that means from x and 40 subtract mu and sigma. So you'll get this step as probability of x minus mu by sigma is greater than 40 minus mu by sigma. Substitute x minus mu by sigma as z, and mu is 42 and sigma as 4. So on simplification, you will get probability of z greater than minus 0.5. So let's draw the standard normal curve where the center line is z equal to 0. Then mark the extremities as minus infinity and infinity. Now minus 0.5 is a negative value, so mark it on the left tail of the curve, and greater than minus 0.5 means you have to shade to the right side of minus 0.5. So I've shaded in green color from minus 0.5 to infinity, and whatever we have shaded in green color, that we have to write now in words, which will be equal to area from minus 0.5 to infinity. So this area can be directly found out from the tables, and you will get probability of x greater than 40 as 0.6915. The fifth and the sixth subdivisions are important from the examination point of view. So the fifth subdivision is that we should find the probability that x lies between 40 and 44. So it is very important that you write this step correctly, because if the first step itself is wrong, then the remaining steps will continue to be wrong. So now understand the concept, that is x should lie between 40 and 44, or x is lying in between 40 and 44. So how do we write this step? So subdivision E, write consider probability. Now first write 40 within the square brackets, then you write the less than symbol, then write capital X, and then less than 44. So how do you read this expression? This expression means that x lies between 40 and 44. So till now what did we do? Because the problem was given in terms of x, we have to standardize. That means we subtracted mu and divided by sigma. So continue to do the same steps here. So the next step will be equal to probability. From 40 subtract mu and divide by sigma. Then from x also subtract mu and divide by sigma. And from 44 subtract mu and divide by sigma. So you will get the first step as equal to probability of 40 minus mu by sigma is less than x minus mu by sigma is less than 44 minus mu divided by sigma. Now what is mu? Mu is 42, sigma is 4, and you know that x minus mu by sigma is z. So substitute all these values. So the next step will be probability of 40 minus 42 divided by 4 is less than z is less than 44 minus 42 divided by 4. So on simplification, you will get the third step as equal to probability of minus 0.5 is less than z is less than 0.5. So similar kind of problem I have explained in my previous video in the example. So now observe very carefully that z is lying between two values, that is minus 0.5 and 0.5. So how do we find out the area? Draw the standard normal curve. The center line is z equal to 0. The extremities are minus infinity and infinity. Now take the first value, that is minus 0.5. It is negative, so mark it on the left tail of the curve. And the other value is 0.5, mark it on the right tail of the curve. Now whenever z is lying between two values, it's very important that you remember this. You have to shade only between those two values. So shade only between minus 0.5 and 0.5, like I have done in orange color. Now, whatever area you have shaded in orange, that you write it in words. So you'll get equal to area from minus 0.5 to 0.5. Then what should you do in the diagram? You should draw two flower brackets, a big flower bracket from minus 0.5 to infinity and another smaller flower bracket from 0.5 to infinity. So how do you find out the shaded area? The larger flower bracket area minus the smaller flower bracket area will give you the shaded area. So you will get this step as area from minus 0.5 to infinity minus the area from 0.5 to infinity. And if you search for the values in the tables, you will get the probabilities as 0.6915 minus 0.3085, or probability of 40 less than x less than 44 is 0.3830. So let's start with the last subdivision, that is the sixth one. You should find the probability that x lies between 37 and 41. So how do you write this step? Write consider, then write probability within square brackets. First write 37 less than x and less than 41. And how do you read this expression? It is read as x lies between 37 and 41, and we want to find out its probability. So let us standardize. So you'll get equal to probability of 37 minus mu by sigma is less than x minus mu by sigma, which is less than 41 minus mu divided by sigma. So substitute for mu and sigma as 42 and 4 and x minus mu by sigma as z and simplify. So you'll get this step as probability of minus 1.25 is less than z is less than minus 0.25. Always please be careful with the signs when you are simplifying. Now see that both minus 1.25 and minus 0.25 are negative values. So you need to mark both of them on the left side of the curve. So let's draw the standard normal curve. The center line is z equal to 0. The extremities are minus infinity and infinity. Now first mark on the left tail of the curve minus 0.25, and then after that you will have minus 1.25. So mark both the negative values carefully on the left tail of the curve. Now z is lying between only these two values. That means you should shade only between minus 1.25 and minus 0.25. So I've shaded between those two values in blue color, and then you draw a big flower bracket from minus 1.25 to infinity and another flower bracket from minus 0.25 to infinity. So the shaded area is nothing but area from minus 1.25 to minus 0.25. And how do we get this area? It is nothing but the larger flower bracket area minus the smaller flower bracket area. That is area from minus 1.25 to infinity minus area from minus 0.25 to infinity. And from the tables, you'll get the probabilities as 0.8944 minus 0.5987. And on simplification, you'll get probability of 37 less than x less than 41 is 0.2957. So while working out problems based on a normal distribution, please draw the normal curve very carefully. That is, there should always be a gap between the curve and the x-axis because of the property that the normal distribution is asymptotic to the x-axis. So practice daily because the quality of your practice determines the caliber of your performance. Thank you for watching, and in my next video we'll continue to work out more problems based on the normal distribution.